Hello Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus. This reading is for you. This reading is for you for September 2021. Okay, so today is Monday the 6th of September. So I am running a little bit behind as far as my intention was to get them out the month before or a week before the end of the month. The week before the end of the month, going into the next month, before the next month. Oh my God, this is the third time, and it's like there's a lot of interference. And while I'm trying to like chat to you people, you people as in you Capricornians energy. So it's like, wow. So I feel like when I say you people, that's not something that I normally say. So there's an energy coming in. So there may be like you're trying to get across your point of view, and somebody else is trying to get their point of view across this month, and it's like, and I just feel like you may be like feeling a little bit frustrated, even like this could have happened like last week or the week before, so but there's something going on where it's like upset or shifting the energy is shifting, something's going on there anyway. So anyway, I just want to remind everybody that these, messages that come through these readings may not resonate with, with you. So, and they're not going to resonate with everybody because there are lots of people that, this will probably, come across it. So the other thing is, I feel like I'm babbling now or like going, there's just one idea going, but it's like, you know what, this is about, hold up. So there may be something even going on like that with in your space or around you at the moment. So the other thing is please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and leave me a comment, like, or even share it if you feel like this may help with somebody else that you know, or just let people know that I am doing these, and that'd be cool. So and I just want to say thank you to everybody who has, subscribed, shared, and liked, and or left a comment for me in the past and also in the future. So I'm going to say thank you in advance. So I kind of feel like that's like there's a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that that's going on. Okay, that's going there because I'm going 3 down, 3 across. But this is like a different way today. That they're doing that, they're laying this out, today. I've done readings earlier today, and the spread has been the same sort of thing, but just dealt differently or laid out at a different, slightly different procedure, you could say, because it's like before the reading before I did this. Your one is we went across, not down. So that's why I kind of stopped and think, okay, where are we going with that? So there's something like that, maybe stopping and taking a pause as to, okay, where am I going with that? This does not feel like the same, like normally you would go, say, do something differently in a specific way or in a certain way, but there is something that is shifting, and like these cards here is like heat, moderation, and specialization. So there's something to do with that, and it's like the heat is in reverse. I'm saying here and that with this one. So it's like there may have been a little bit of heat that's been in your energy or in your space, where something might have heated up. You might have been in a heated situation. Not necessarily saying that there was an argument or something like that. There may have been on saying that, but for some of you it may be that, and others of you it's not. But I feel like in a way there's something about obviously. When I say obviously, I feel like you will, there is something obvious there for you to like, to look at, or you may have felt like the situation, there was an obvious solution to it, but it wasn't, whoever it was or whatever happened, it didn't go that way. So, and I feel like there may be a little bit of, may have been a little bit of resistance on your behalf or on somebody's behalf as to how this could, pan out. So there may have been a little bit of heated energy in there. So it's in reverse at the moment. So there may be some lot of sort of resistance at the moment, as in, or some sort of slowness in turning that around, where there is, like mentally, emotionally, physically even, and spiritually, like in turning the situation around. So, and making it like less heated. Okay. So there's something, and something, whatever it is not sitting right with you, because I'm just finding myself belching and something sitting in my chest where I've been held off, maybe not being able to, or feeling, not being able to say or express something, but it's like you've had to like sit back and wait and not verbally, say something because of the situation, okay? And it may be like you may have been like had to hold off saying something, how you really truly feel. However, I do feel like there's, and there's something about being in moderation as well with this card in the middle here. So these kind of like is the flow for this week, for this month, in specialization. So there may be some specialized treatment, some specialized energy, or some way of you thinking and feeling about doing something that it needs some special attention, basically. But I do feel like with this heat, there's something like doing things in moderation as well. And I feel like you've had to moderate things in order to get to those, sort things out where there are maybe some, like I say, some specialized treatment, some specialized, or for you to specialize in as well. Some of you, I feel like there's been a shift in like your work in your business, or your study, or something to do with you anyway, that's like you've had to like, be in moderation basically in order to get the best possible results. And there's that sense of specializing in something. It's like you've had to shift something to make something like work better in some way. Anyway, so we're just going to move on here to can see what else is coming. There's the Six of Swords. So there is the Six of Swords here. So there's, you moving away from something that is, where they're going. It's kind of like your thoughts and decisions that you're making are helping you to move away from that situation or to sort that situation out. I feel like this moon energy, there is a lot of changes that are around that are going to happen, or that are happening at the moment and will be happening in the near future. The Six of Wands is in reverse here, so there may be some sort of, I want to say the word resistance, and seeing whatever that struggle, there's a bit of struggle and frustration. I feel like, for me, what they're bringing up through this is like sometimes, I feel like normally you have been able to, a lot of you anyway, have been able to like handle like whatever struggle and frustration there is around on a physical movement in a way of, taking action and that sort of thing. But now you've had to you're in this space, I'm hearing for some of you again, it feels like where you're having to like be still. But there are a lot of changes within as well, and then it's like this heat here is like brought up something, and I'm feeling like whatever it was could have been quite heated, or maybe a heated situation may be coming up, but there is a move away from it. It's just, I feel like this has got to do with how you're thinking about it on saying that, and there's a change, there's a changing the way that you're thinking about like what it is, what is going on here, or a shift in the way that you're thinking, because like the moon here talks about, there's a lot of changes. This moon cycle brings through a different energy, and it's either going to lift us at times, and there's a time and a place for everything in a way, but it's like the moon cycles, I feel like they're just talking about like being mindful of the and looking for the changes, or going with the change, going with the flow of the changes that are there, because it's going to, otherwise there is going to be this struggle and this frustration that's within you that you're not resisting, not going with the flow of it. With this one, but I do feel like it's like you'll get your head around it, and there's something about moderation in here with this one here, and I feel with the Ace of Swords, it talks about a new being more in your power and being more in your and by making by speaking your truth, but knowing when to shut your mouth as well as open your mouth. There's a time and a place, so to be to speak out or speak up, and depending on how you're doing it, of course. But it's also, I'm feeling like this is about you also being a moderate with yourself and how you speak with yourself as well, because there's one thing to be forthright, and but it's kind of like there's a timing. What I'm hearing is there's timing in there. So in the reverse here is the Two of Cups. I want to turn that around as well. So the Two of Cups, so there's something about a friendship or a union, something coming together on an emotional level, but intuitively as well. I'm saying that. But I'm hearing this is to do with maybe probably a relationship of some sort, whether that be with yourself and or somebody else as well. So there could be something, a resistance to see something in a different way, but things are changing. Or things have changed for some of you, or are maybe about to change. So you may be like looking at moving away from something or moving towards something with this Knight of Swords over here. The Three of Wands here is like there's something, it's in reverse as well, like with the Six of Wands. So there's something about, you not making a move, but but making a move. So I'm going to move that, turn that around. So it's like this is about you not running away from something or moving on. Not when you're moving, it's like looking at whatever it is and not just like suppress it as you're moving. It's like letting yourself free, because whatever it is, there's this Eight of Swords here is like there's some sort of restriction that is facing up the right way. So when I say the right way, it's like so you can see it. So this is about you facing it. I'm saying that, being honest and truthful to yourself, Capricorn. Because and there's that self-restriction, but it's maybe you're seeing things or, in a way, it's like setting yourself free from something as well, and allowing yourself to speak or communicate in the way that you need to, but allowing yourself not to beat yourself up too, because I feel like some of you have maybe some of you have actually spoken out and you may be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So, and you may have you may have put yourself away or locked yourself up in a way and restricted yourself as to what you can do. But I do feel like the specialization, I'm not sure fully what that's about at the moment, but we'll go through it at the moment. But there's definitely something about setting yourself free, allowing yourself to see something or do something from another point of view in a way, but also with your perspective, like opening your eyes and seeing something different, but also in a different way or from somebody else's point of view. The Knight of Swords is there is also you either moving, I feel like you're moving towards something on saying that, but also when I go down this way, you're moving towards something, a new beginning, or there's a new energy that's starting to come with this Page of Pentacles where you're the page for me is like there's a new beginning as well, but there's something like stepping outside of out of the way of something in the way that you used to think about things and do things, but it's opening your mind again. So this is like setting yourself free to explore new things basically, or explore something different, because there's like a new energy there or a new way of thinking or being curious of seeing what might be on the other side there, or maybe of something where you've drawn a line on saying that. So there is definitely some sort of movement here if you allow yourself to go there, but that's totally up to you. So I'm just going to use these cards here to see what comes up for you with this first row. So there is something about because this is, like I said, this is Monday the 6th that I'm doing this, so some of you may understand what this is about even already by now, or you've got an inkling where this what this story, you could say, is unfolding for you, and it may be clarification for what you already intuitively have in the back of your mind in a way. So oopsie daisy, where are we going here? The King of Swords, being in your truth, seeking your power. So there is something about you that with that moving away with that Six of Swords there, and there may be a King of Swords energy out there that's with you that may be, in a way blocking you, and that's where some of that heat may be coming from, that somebody is being outspoken or somebody is speaking their truth. But I feel like this is more around you, because this reading is for you, I feel more so, but it's more about you may be needing to speak your truth to this person, to somebody, but also being mindful at the same time about, even though it is your truth, it's being mindful of how you present that or how you communicate that at the same time. But there seems to be like somewhere along the line you're giving yourself permission to, to think outside the square and to move away from that situation and be more so in your own truth and power by not giving away your energy. The Page of Swords here with the Moon. Yes, there's some new, I feel like there's a new, there may be a younger male energy as well on saying that, or there may be this older male energy is like, somebody that may have been in your life, for a lifetime, and you're seeing like this younger person come out in this older person here, male energy, and it's maybe that's where the heat is for some of you. That's like they're maybe really winding you up on saying that. But there's something about exploring too a new way of communicating is where I'm hearing with that. Was even though you're in your power, I feel like you're exploring a different way, or you've had no choice but to, because of the situation, to not heat things up any hotter than what they are. So the Six of Wands here, turning that around, there's something, not resisting, because the Six of Wands is like you figure something out and you're able to move past it. And, with the struggle and the frustration and that. I actually saw that as a 5 before, and I don't know why, but I've just looked at it again and it's actually a 6. So something is shifting. We're outside of this, struggle and frustration that you were feeling before. And there's a sense of, you like moving that into that space. More so because it's like this was in reverse before, and I turned it around, which is really interesting with that. So let me see what's there. The Page of Pentacles here, which fell out in reverse when I picked it up, but I want to, like, as I picked it and I'm showing you and putting it, showing you bring it to the 4 there is something with the Six of Wands brings in like a new, a new energy, or like a burst of energy in a way, but like a newfound energy, and it also, but more so, or your energy levels lift, because you're starting to figure this out and you're not buried in your thoughts, and because you've started making some decisions as well, and you've decided in a way probably that you're going to like make some shifts within you in the way, with some decisions that you're making. It's like you're being more in your power to do that, and really to explore, something new, going out there, whether it's a new job, a new an expansion on your business, and maybe you're moving from a job into a business, or or the opposite way around. But there's something, a new sense of energy, a new sense of knowing in a way, and I feel like there's something shifting in the family. Where they're going, there's something shifting in the family as well, the family dynamics, and maybe even something financial anyway, with whatever's going on as far as like this new, moving into something new, a new way of thinking and a new way of being and a new way of doing. There's something about exploring anyway. We'll see what comes out there. But yeah, okay, moderation in that row there. This is where I feel like your guides are like giving you a bit of a message from what is going on, say now, but it's like how I'm, where to now, basically. Yeah. Okay, so there's a sense of still, there's some sort of, defensiveness there maybe, and it's like letting go of that, being, being mindful and aware of, but I feel like there's still defending, but I'm hearing defensive about something, or you have been defensive. So it's either, there's two things, okay, there's that Two of Cups again, and so it's over the Two of Cups. Oh my gosh, so, but it's up the right way when that's come. So there's a shifting your perception about not being defensive about something that's going on, and whatever that is, it's like keeping something in moderation about what you're thinking, feeling, doing. And maybe there is something, I feel like there's something, not just something to do with what you're consuming into your body, what you're consuming into your mind, and that sort of thing. Is like there's something about keeping that moderation, because it's like in moderation, but I'm just saying, maybe you're like protecting someone or something as well. In your relationship, and it maybe, I feel like for some of you's relationship, it could be like a lover's relationship, and because this is like a union in a way, or something coming together. But I do feel like there's a few things going on there, but whatever this means to you, it could be like you're building a better relationship with yourself, and you're seeing whether there's still a bit of defensiveness there, but it's like the energy is flowing now, where you're understanding where I've just got to go with the flow, not get my head too caught up in in the changes that are happening, and that are that are about to happen. So some of you could be in fact leaving a relationship, and moving into, because this Knight of Swords is over there, so that's either something's moving away from you or moving to you. Interesting, because we have the Knight of Swords again here on this Three of Wands. It's like some of you are like needing to get moving with something, and moving toward maybe a relationship, or pending relationship, or shifting something within a relationship in some way or form. But there's something there on an emotional level. It's like, or when I say fixing or mending, and it may be probably on an emotional level, but I'm also hearing being mindful about, because this energy, the Knight of Swords energy, can come in with quite an overwhelming feeling. So it may be that you're feeling, it's like there's something about you maybe feeling like you need to make a decision straight away, but it's like, I'm just hearing, just be mindful about what you're saying, because this Knight of Swords can come in and make us feel like we need to hurry up and make a decision. And there's a yes and a no in that, but it's like not, but this is like making sure that you don't make it too rushed, or you don't, or what you're going into or moving towards is like not rushing it. It's like taking a look at the perimeter all around you and weighing things up, as I said. So maybe I feel like some of you are like exploring something new that's coming up, because with this Page of Pentacles energy there, it could be a new career or a new business. It could actually be a new financial partnership there, whatever that is, where you're going into a partnership with somebody. I mean, maybe even buying a house or a property or a business, or bringing somebody in. But and I feel like there's something that is like you specialize in, or there's some sort of specialization where, in a way, it's like you are the key to it, but you've got to allow yourself to let yourself out to move in a specific, in a certain direction in a way. Wow. But there's some sort of energy that you're moving towards, but this one here is moving towards as well. So, wow, interesting. See what comes up here. So we've got here, okay, this one here. Okay, well, there's the Five of Pentacles, with this one with the Eight of Swords. So this is about, freeing up your energy, which is kind of what we talked about here. Like, don't, like not being stuck in this energy of, being, not seeing what it is that, allowing yourself to see outside of, the constraints of what of your own, constraints of what holds you there. So this one here with, this will free your energy up. So I feel like this is talking about, like, looking at, other possibilities that are out there, and not being stuck in one way, like one specific way on saying that. So it's like opening your mind up, basically, and opening, and being mindful about, yes, making a decision. But it could be like sometimes, like when it's like you don't want something, you may be wanting somebody, or somebody may be wanting to like work with you or help you or support you in some sort of way, which is like what this card is kind of talking about as well. It's like, there's a beggar there that's or somebody that's on crutches that's trying to catch this beggar's attention and say, look, I'm here to help you, but and you're just walking away. So some of you, that will be pertaining to that, something like that. But it's like allowing somebody in to help you maybe decide the situation, with an input in what you are going towards or moving towards, with whatever that is. And it could be a relationship. It could be, like a love relationship, because But some of you, I feel like you're more moving, like with this one here, I would have thought initially, I thought, there's something, because it was in reverse, that you're moving away from a relationship, which is, if I turn it that way around, yes, in the beginning, but now it's like, as things change, when you make a decision or you decide what it is that you're wanting to do, it's like, this top one, a lot of cards talks about moving toward a relationship, but it's like allow shifting your perspective, basically. But I'm going to turn that around because the energy is shifted. Okay, so cool. There was the Wheel of Fortune there. So, allowing yourself to move out of that space. You shift the energy. There's something shifting. There's a turn. There's a change, and you're able to you shift into, or there's a turning point. You're able to turn something around, which wasn't quite working, to what something that could possibly work. Way better than what it already is. So it's, for some of you, it may be that you're feeling like you're needing to let go of it, but it's like you thought that was the thing that was, or the person was, or the whatever the circumstance, or was what was there was where it is that you're meant to be, and it probably was, but maybe you're outgrowing it, or maybe it's time to release something. Or add something, bring something in, or bring someone in, or allow someone to come in and help you to make the changes to turn things around. So it's like, and maybe I feel like for some of you may be needing to leave a situation. I'm going to turn that back around there, on saying that, to turn things around, something around. Or going into to turn something around, basically. It's really interesting, interesting. And because we have the Page of Pentacles here at the end here, so, and in the beginning, but he's in the beginning of this row. Oh, hang on a minute, I'm just gonna my phone is saying my battery is flat, so it's like shifting the energy. So which is interesting, because even though there's a new energy coming in, or a new sense of energy. So this is about you plugging into a new energy. So soon I've got to plug my phone in, put my phone in, so I can continue this without my phone going flat on you. So, or your battery is just recharging your battery in a way, or charging your battery. So there may be no recharging, because it's like charging your battery so you can continue moving on in a direction where you really want to go and explore, and that, into something that more specializes in the way that you want to do things. So this Pentacles here, there's definitely here, there's something learning as well. So you're learning new things, opening yourself up to learn new things, basically, as well. Here we go. And this one here is the 8 of Wands. So this is initially when I pulled it out, it was in reverse, but I don't feel like it was meant to be like that. And even if it was, there's something, it's just saying this is the 8 of Wands for me is about taking action with something, like you're moving as you turn something around. It's like inaction means nothing's going to work, well, not nothing, but it's going to be slower. So I feel like what this is, if I pick this up and turned it around, I don't necessarily have to turn around there. I could pick it up and put it towards you that way. That's where it's like going out and towards what your dreams, and making them happen, or taking action towards something that needs to be taking action that maybe you felt you've put off for a while. So in some sort of way, and maybe because you've been you've had other things to do, and you've in a way, some of you would see it as maybe a sacrifice, but some of you may have seen it's like you've just held on, put something aside, or you've been, moving towards it, but and the timing is better for you now. Or it's just time to make a move, basically, or take action. Okay. So when I say it's a now card, it's a time that the timing is right. It's not necessarily to run with it for everything, but I do feel like with this fast motion there, you may be feeling like you need to get going now, and to start exploring new things, and that's okay. Some of you, it's it is like this Knight of Swords is really like saying right now is the time to catch that wave or catch that energy, which is like with the moon is saying there are changes happening, and not to be afraid of them, but this is like you're going through this time of like being mindfully aware and not overthinking it, that it stops you from pursuing what it is that you're wanting to specialize in, basically, or move towards. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there for you now, Capricorn, with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance. And I shall catch you next week. So I do hope this makes sense to you. So if it does, please do feel, able to leave me a comment. I'm always curious to see how it pans out for people. Whether it does or doesn't, it's not going to offend me, because I know that this isn't going to resonate for everybody. So either way, it'll be awesome. Okay, bye for now. See you next week.